let's make sure we're live and up and running here. I've got excellent connection according to that. We're going to go ahead and share this via a link here. Let's copy the link. All right. All right, let's get this thing started here right about now. Pre-game. All right, so here we go, guys. We are, I don't know, I would say minutes away from kickoff. Let's check the Super Bowl thread. I think we're a couple minutes away from kickoff. If not, I will just have to go ahead and kill this because I don't have a ton of time to do this, for hours and hours and hours. But what I wanted to do is do a quick little overview of the season. Tennessee Titans, the number 1 seed in the AFC, 13-4 on the year. Looks like, I don't know what they actually run, but their schemes for, your scheme fits are a 3-4 under and a West Coast zone run. Plenty of salary cap there, so that's encouraging for them going into the offseason with, looks like $40 million in cap space. Some of their upcoming free agents: Rashaan Evans, Jayon Brown, Harold Landry, who both just had dev upgrades. So you got to think that their asking price will be quite hefty. And then Ben Jones, a pretty good center, and Josh Reynolds also ran wide receiver. However, the stars of the show, Derrick Henry. Julio Jones did not have a huge year. You'll be hearing more about that later on tonight. Kevin Byard is having a big year. He's all the way up to a superstar X Factor dev. And then we have, of course, A.J. Brown and Ryan Tannehill rounding up the top players for your Tennessee Titans. Yes, I'm going to put a T in Tennessee all night. The Packers over here in the West. Well, not the West. They're over here in the NFC. They are in the NFC North. They run the West Coast zone run base 3-4, $30 million in salary free. They, I believe, were the 2 seed. So we have a 1 seed versus a 2 seed. No major upsets outside of the Patriots upsetting me earlier on in the playoffs. But after that, it all kind of went chalk from there on out. We have the higher seeds making their way there. In the NFC. In the AFC, Tank did make it to the AFC Championship game and proceeded to immediately crush his team into oblivion, into 1,000 little pieces, like a kid who built a Lego set and then did a cannonball straight on it. But our top players over here in Green Bay, we have Devontae Adams, a 99, Jair Alexander, a 99, Aaron Rodgers, a 96, Aaron Jones, a 96, David Bakhtiari, a 95. Just on paper, it looks as if you would have to say the Packers have the better squad of top-tier talent. Their upcoming free agents: Devontae Adams, Corey Bojorquez, Desmond Trufant, Russell Douglas, Marcus Valdes-Scantling. The only one who looks to be a huge issue going to be Devontae Adams. Bojorquez is a really, really good punter, but you're not going to pay a punter. They usually ask for like $4 or $5 million when they're in that 80 range. It's ridiculous what they ask for. Adrian Amos could be a factor. There on the back end, Zadarius Smith should be able to get after the quarterback. Let's see if we are up and running with our stream yet. Here we go. No, someone tagged me in trade chat. Nobody wants that. Yeah, for sure. Where are we at? Streams. We're still not up yet. We're still not up and running. It looks like I have some comments. So let's keep talking about these teams. Let's go to their stats on the year. Why not? Kill some time. Alrighty. Ryan Tannehill threw for over 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns, 44 INTs. I know if you're watching this and you're not in our league, you're like, what the hell? Do you have 44 INTs for? Well, one, I would ask you, why are you watching this if you are not in the league? But two, our INT sliders are insanely, well, not insanely high. They're set at 50, but we've found out that 50 is way too high for this setting. Derrick Henry ran for almost 1,200 yards and 16 touchdowns. Here's where he did a lot of his work, though. 600 receiving yards and another 3 touchdowns there. You don't expect 600 receiving yards out of King Henry, as they like to call him, but we're kind of going along here. As we've seen, he does like to do those deeper routes and then send Henry out on an out route and hit him there underneath. Reuben Foster, Julio Jones, Morris Boringer, A.J. Brown, only 356 yards, a really down year for him. Julio Jones did not crack 1,000 yards. Morris Boringer, the German, the Third Reich is back in Tennessee, doing things up. 16 touchdowns, 90 receptions, almost 1,400 yards. So really, really good season for him. On the sacks front, it looks like we have Bud Dupree and Geno Atkins causing problems in the middle. Bud Dupree is obviously on the outside, but Geno Atkins is the one causing problems in the middle. The interceptions is really where the Titans have feasted on teams. Kevin Byard with 13, Quentin Dunbar with 11, Caleb Farley with 16. He was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year for a while. I believe he got beat out by Darius Slay, but he was right up there in the running. And let's go to the stats on the Packers side of the ball. Aaron Rodgers throws for almost 5,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, 36 INTs. So a much more kind of balanced ratio there for him. Aaron Jones had an insane usage rate to the point where we're going to probably have to bump up the fatigue sliders. He had 311 carries, 97 receptions, combined, 2,600 yards. So quite the workload for him. 30 touchdowns. I believe he was in the running for MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, all those deals. As you can see, he did... he was, instead of being one, he was right around that 1-to-4 ratio if you count in Rodgers' touches. Still a little bit out of whack, but for the most part, he was within that quote-unquote 4-to-1 ratio, just barely. Not far enough out of whack that we should nitpick, but there is talk that we may not count quarterback runs with a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, when it comes to a guy like Lamar, we have to count those. Devontae Adams, 1,200 yards. Aaron Jones, 1,100 yards. No one else really broke that 1,000-yard mark. Randall Cobb, Jordan Matthews. So it looks like his offense is a lot of Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. On the defensive side of the ball, Devondre Campbell coming up the middle from his, he's an inside linebacker kind of deal with 7 sacks. Zadarius Smith off the edge with 8 sacks. And Kenny Clark, always a problem in the center with 5 sacks. Again, the INT's not as crazy here, but Jair Alexander with 10. Adrian Amos with 7. Let's go over to the bowl and see what we got going on here. We should be about to kick. Well, we're getting into the league, it looks like.
Why are you using my school headphones?
Because they were just on here.
Where are my headphones?
Do you want them? Do you need them?
No, but you can just do that.
All right, looks like we are searching for opponent. Oh, I have goose pimples. I'm so excited and tingly with anticipation here. Let me go to the roster side so I can kind of see who's who. I'll sort it by number while we're... Oh, we're going to have some OJ. I'm going to turn that down so we don't have to hear him in the background. God knows what he may say. Let me turn down the desktop audio. There we go. All right, we're going to turn that all the way down so that in case he curses or says something crazy, you guys don't have to hear that. All right, looks like we're going to go light blue for the Titans, the standard issue green and gold for the Packers. And we are soon to be kicking off, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get these ordered by number so I can make the calls properly. We are about to be off with our heads. No, that would be, what was that? One of those French Revolution folks, Marie Antoinette, off with a head. Here we go. God, this soundtrack is terrible. I think I turned it down on your guys' end, but on my end, I can still hear the audio. And we are now just waiting for Titans to ready up. So once you do that, I will go full screen to the game. All right, so we got Mason Crosby, the ageless wonder, as the kicker here. And then we got Derrick Henry, has changed his number to number 2 here. All right, and we're off. We got the American flag. God bless America. Sweden, Switzerland, Portugal, Spain, Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela. God bless all those countries. But most importantly, God bless America and Aaron Rodgers, the unvaccinated one. Wow. This is actually, I'm not going to lie, this is actually pretty cool. One of the first times I've seen a user let the kind of animation play. I don't know if you have the ability to skip through it in the Super Bowl. It shows how often I play in the Super Bowl, but I usually just skip through all those animations. So here we go. Titans are going to kick. Packers are going to have the ball first. Let's see what Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and Devontae Adams have in store for your Tennessee Titans and the Savage one, Sammy Sammy, is it Sammy Savage? Savage Sammy? Let me get that right since I'm going to be doing it all game. Savage Sam. Yes, Savage Sam. And then we got OJ Slash Me. We got a bunch of savages and murderers and killers in our league. It's just chanting around people that have been knocked out of the game, Patrice O'Neal style. All right, Packers going to, looks like it comes out in a little three wide set here with the tight end split off. And then first run, no surprise, Aaron Jones, and he trucks the safety, whoever that was, gets to the outside, and then Fulton makes the tackle there. Man, that safety got trucked. What a start to the game for Aaron Jones. 30-yard run right off the bat, all the way into Titans territory. Here we go, 8 minutes to... Rodgers with a little left roll out of the pocket. I'm not going to lie, you're going to see a lot of that this game. It's not my favorite thing, the guys that kind of insta shift the pocket. It's better than the rollouts we used to see, but even still, that kind of that auto strafe to the left or right is never my favorite. It's usually a sign a guy wants to buy time to get a drag or a crosser to come open, or even a slant. So we'll see how that goes throughout the game. Here we go. We're going to flip over the formation. Here we got Adams and Cobb right. Nothing there, and that's going to be nearly intercepted. Was intercepted? It was. Did he get both feet in? So, again, that middle linebacker coming all the way across the field. I mean, it's a tough one because is it a zone read? Yes, but it's that weird kind of that red zone scissors, that running back corner route that a lot of people have been running here that seems to be hard to stop unless you kind of match it with that middle linebacker. And I don't know exactly if he was in match coverage or not. Looked like a zone, but it could have been a match zone, so I'm not certain what that was. Looked okay to me, borderline maybe, but looked okay to me. Let's see what we're going to do here. We got 2nd and 9. Tannehill going to give it to Henry, and Kenny Clark's going to blow that up. Nothing doing there. That's going to be a huge part of the game today. Roger Saffold, I believe that was, versus Kenny Clark. That is going to be a big matchup. No, it looks like he has Saffold on the other end. He's over at left guard. I don't know who he's got at right guard. We'll have to look that up here when we get a break. But 3rd and 11, this is big. You don't want to turn the ball back over here if you're Tennessee, but you obviously want to get a drive going. So it's kind of that double-edged sword. Packers going to drop back in coverage. Tannehill's going to get sacked. Henry could not get over. I'm not real sure what the left tackle was there. Campbell's got some back spasms. He's going to return soon. 4th and 18. Does he send the house here to try to block this punt? Not a lot of room for Brett Kern to get it off. Cameraman taking some pictures of Brett Kern's ass. Kern does get it away. Packers going to have a really good field position if he doesn't fumble this. Cobb gets away. No, he doesn't. At the 48. Let's see who Titans has at right guard. Let's go to their depth chart real quick. Nate Davis. There we go. Okay, so Nate Davis is actually really young, really good, really talented player. So that will be an interesting battle to watch with Kenny Clark and Nate Davis there on the inside. Let's go. We got a gain of 2 here. Looks like another Aaron Jones rush. So we are about 4 minutes into the first. No, 3 minutes. We only played 9-minute quarters, although some people want to go to 10. Please no. That would take way too long. All right, let's see here. Trips left. Valdez Scantling in the slot. We're going to go inside zone here to Aaron Jones. He's going to get the edge and then gets out of bounds. So he's already almost at 60 yards, averaging close to 20 yards a clip. You got to think the Titans are going to want to slow that down to have a shot in this game. Little dump off here to Jones. So Aaron Jones has probably accounted for, 90% of the targets so far. Gonna come out in the eye set here. Aaron Jones coming. Nice cut back there. Reads the middle linebacker. Byard clean. No, was that Byard? He's changed some numbers here, so I think Byard is 23. He used to be 31 in real life, but I think he's changed his number to 23. Let me just check on that real quick. I don't want to. Let's just watch this in the red zone. Let's worry about that later. All right, I form. pro set here. One backer, two wide receivers, one fullback, or one tight end, I should say, not backer. Cobb's going to split out wide. Typically means you're going to run to that side or away from it. There you go. A.J. Dillon does get his first carry of the game for 3 yards, and I do want to check on Byard's number while I'm here. 23 is indeed Kevin Byard. Looked like it was. All right, Rodgers again in a tight eye here. Going to fake the handoff to Dillon. He's going to roll out right. He's got him in the back corner of the end zone, and it is caught by Randall Cobb for the touchdown. The ageless wonder, Randall Cobb, the one Aaron Rodgers handpicked to come back to Green Bay, is indeed in the end zone for our first score. So if you had Randall Cobb, first touchdown of the Super Bowl, go ahead and cash that ticket. Don't know what to tell you, but, I mean, that's got to pay great odds there. Really, really surprised that Randall Cobb was our way. You got Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, Moritz Boehringer. You would have put all those guys ahead of Randall Cobb, and old-ass Randall Cobb is the first one that comes up with the touchdown. All right, big answer drive here for the Titans. Packers moved the ball on both of his drives pretty easily, so we're going to have to see here what the Titans does here to respond because he wants to get a drive going here. Here we go. We're going to do a little stretch run to Henry. He's got that. Can he truck this man? Oh, a spin move. Wow, that was a nice move. I probably would have went truck myself and probably would have got like hit sticked and fumbled. Really nice run there. Derrick Henry breaks free for his first big run of the game. So it looks like it's going to be the Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones Super Bowl here. One of them is going to, Mom, I'm going to Disney World. Back in the days when I was a kid, it was Emmett and Thurman. So now we have Derrick and Aaron. Nice little cut down tackle there by 29 for Green Bay. I'm not even going to pretend like I know who that is. Rasul Douglas, former Eagle, making plays. Guy was trash in Philly, playing for a Super Bowl now. Would you look how the tides have turned? So here we go. We got Boehringer here in the slot. Looks like Julio Jones out left. Cannot get through there. Devondre Campbell with it. I mean, Devondre Campbell and Kenny Clark so far have really been able to kind of mess with that interior blocking of the Titans. And we'll see if that can continue. If it can, it could be a long day for Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a man. Will it be picked? No, it's caught by Moritz Boehringer, the man who we did not think was going to have the kind of year he did at the beginning of the year. We thought it was kind of a fluke, but every week he just kept on performing. And as you guys saw, that was indeed not a crosser. It was a corner route. So the whole, so far, I have to say, for all the hullabaloo that we've had in the lead up to this, so far, Titans has been okay. We'll see where it goes from here, but so far he's been okay with this play calling. And Jair, he's down. I mean, that's gonna don't even waste Kenny Clark's energy. Yeah. That's definitely going to be overturned. He was down by a country mile, as some would say. Yeah, Kenny Clark, I know you're excited. I know you just recovered a fumble in the Super Bowl, but it's coming back, unfortunately. Was indeed. All right, so we have less than a minute to go in the quarter. 3rd and 7. I wouldn't, this is that area of the field where you've got to be careful because in your brain you want to get 7, you want to tie the ball game, but this is where the game goes from what should be 7-3 to 14-0 real fast. You've really got to be cautious here, throwing the ball into the end zone. See what he's going to do on 3rd and 7. Will he try to sneak a run by? He's going to send Henry on a little angle route, try to get to him. Devondre Campbell drops it. That was huge. Read very, very well by the defense. That was really, really well read by the defense. Just couldn't hang on to it. So we are 7-3, 4-point ball game. If you've got 7-3 in your Super Bowl pool, you're a happy camper right now. You're a happy camper when you got put on those blocks anyway, because I mean I usually end up with like 6-2 or something stupid that never comes up, like 2-8, something crazy. All right, 18 seconds. Let's see if he just wants to run the ball here, get to the second quarter, or if he's going to try to get multiple plays in. I got to kind of probably sign off here in the next half hour. So I'm hoping that this game continues to go as swiftly as it has. It's been a pretty brisk moving game. Let's see here. Let's see what he's going to do with the line here. We got, oh, you got sucked down. Kevin Byard got sucked down. Aaron Jones gets outside. Obviously, Derrick Henry is not playing defense. He's changed Derrick Henry to number 2. I do not know who he has as number 22. 22 is Quentin Dunbar, the other free safety, who also had a really, really good year. Has only gotten up to a star dev, though, but he had a really, really good year. I believe he had double-digit interceptions as well. So, Byard gets sucked in. Aaron Jones able to get to the outside. See what we are going to do here. We got 3 wide. Devontae split out right. Looks like he may have single coverage. Let's see where Byard goes. That's my dog making an appearance. No, Byard's going to stay over the top. Doesn't matter anyway because it's a run. Whoa. Aaron Jones running through, cutting through the defense like butter right now. Already over 100 yards. Just started the second quarter. He's on pace for, friggin' 400-yard game. Obviously, it's not going to stay that way, but this could be one of those record-setting Super Bowls.
Mommy wanted to ask you, do you fart?
Yes.
Do you like to fart?
Yes.
Do you like to?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that.
All right. Nice little screen to Dylan. You don't expect that. You think the big man's going to be in there to run some power. And here he goes. He hits a nice little screen pass. Now my dog is really going crazy in the background. I don't know what my wife and kids are doing out in the living room. I might have to shut the door here. All right. Rodgers going to roll left, roll, and then X is going to come open. He's going to hit him. Yep. He dropped it, but A.J. Dillon somehow caught it. Again, that's the stuff I don't like. If you're gonna back out of the pocket like that, just run. Like it really screws with the AI logic, especially when we're in a no switch league. Just run if you're that far out of the pocket. Just go. Jones stuffed there really well done. I believe that was Danico Autry there. That's the first run of the game that barely got anything for the Packers. So you got to think that they're not going to shy away from it going forward. Dillon in now. We're going to split Stoke out to the right. We're going to run a little stretch. He's got lead blockers. He's going to, Rashaan Evans rides him down just at the 1. And now we got decision time here for the Packers. If it's 2-down territory, you might be able to try something cute, like a little play action, quick pass, and then you're running it on 4th. Let's see if he's thinking more 2-down territory or if this is we'll just get it in and we don't even have to worry about making a decision. Looks like we are in super heavy set. No wide receivers. Are we going to go to Stoke here? No, we're going to go Aaron Rodgers, and he is in. Quarterback sneak, touchdown. Tom Brady, obviously the best ever at quarterback sneaking. Aaron Rodgers does his best Tom Brady impersonation there to put the Packers up by 11. Packers started with the ball, turned it over. So Titans does not have to panic here. He's got 6 minutes left. He gets the ball at halftime. So he's got plenty of time to get back in this game. A lot of guys make the mistake. You're down 2 scores. You want to try to get back as soon as possible. You throw the ball deep. You throw that interception. And by a lot of guys, I mean myself. That's what I like to do. I will throw you 5 interceptions without question. Henry's really finding a hard time finding running lanes. This offensive line for Tennessee is letting King Henry down time and time again. We're at 2nd and 10. This isn't where the Titans like to operate. They want to be operating 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 10 is a whole different dimension because now you only get 3-4 yards. Oh, he's got the tight end there. Oh, he went to the out with Henry. He really had his choice of options there over to the left. He had the tight end. He had Derrick Henry. They both came free. That curl looked like it might have even kind of caused a little more congestion. Henry could have run for further were that curl not coming back from the wide receiver. Here we go. Looks like the passing game has been working better for the Titans. Let's see where this goes. Another drop back. Oh, he's got him deep if he wants him. Boringer, there you go. So, I'm assuming he's pausing there because he felt like it was a switch. I don't know. It looked like one of those. It didn't say like use or catch. It didn't say anything like that. Like it didn't look like he. I don't know. We'll see. I would have to have someone who's got a little more knowledge of the game. It definitely. I don't know. I wish I were on Titan Stream. Then you would have been able to see kind of what he did if he did that on it or not. It was a really tough to tell. But if Titans was streaming, we'll know. All right, Julio there with the drag. You're not going to see a ton of AJ Brown. It looks like. I mean, I thought maybe he was hurt or something when I saw some of the yardages, but it looks like he's just not a part of this Titans offense. We're already at halftime. I don't think I've called his name outside of mentioning that he doesn't have a lot of yards this year. I've not called his name once. Looks like we got Jair over top of Julio. 2nd and 2. I think this is Derrick Henry time here, and it is indeed a little counter. He gets through the hole. He's going to go. I don't know what he had a little truck stick spasm there, and then the LeBron James, King Henry, King LeBron little toss up the talcum powder and annoy everybody around you. But no, Derrick Henry, and that's both of these teams can do that. It's really quick hitters, and obviously the big play that people are going to be talking about is the little crosser there to Moritz. And whether or not that was indeed a user catch, or at least he hit the button to do a possession catch. It was really tight. I don't know one way or the other whether it was. I can't say definitively. If I were playing the game, I would probably feel like he did. But just from watching it, I don't know that he did. Let's see what the Packers do here to respond. Little stretch run here to Aaron Jones, and he's going to break free. He's going to do his own little break free here. He's already at 125 yards on only 8 carries. This Titans defensive, both lines actually, I should say, the defensive line and the offensive line have let them down. Like he's 8-10 yards downfield before he even has to make a cut. Like, let alone be touched. Super Bowl Livy. Livy. God, imagine if I were on mushrooms doing this and get real trippy. So we're going to do here 1st and 10 at about the 40. You got to think Packers not only wants to score here, but probably wants to milk some clock. Let's see. He's bringing everybody in tight here. He's indeed going to run a draw play. Dillon gets caught up, but these blocks have been holding up so well. Wow, the blocks have been holding up well. Like, that should have been stopped for probably no gain or a 1-yard loss. Next thing you know, he's got a 6-yard gain. Let's see what he's going to do here. He's got the single back set. Little ace pair, I think it's called, whatever it is. Yeah, he's really working some clock, and that's nothing doing there. There you go. Nicely read there by I believe that's the cornerback, 26. It is indeed Kristen Fulton, fullback, 22 years old, young guy, really good, 78 for only 22. This is a huge play. If he can get a first down here, he might take it to 2-minute warning. We'll see what he does. But if he can get a first down here, he's pretty much going to be able to get it to halftime with whatever score he wants, whether it's 14, whether it's 21, whether it's 17. He's getting it to halftime. If he doesn't get this first down, Titans has a chance to have the lead and the ball. So this is a very, very, very big play. Could be what we call a turning point. Let's see what he wants to do. 3rd and 5, I think you got to pass, but if he comes out in that like dollar defense, you can maybe get 7 or 8, but he is not in that dollar defense. Looks like he's in a traditional 2-4-5 or just regular nickel. Let's see what we're going to do here. Looks like we might do some of those bench routes. Decisions. Oh, he's going to motion Jones out, so we are. Looks like we might be man, and Tennessee's coming back across the formation. We are in zone. And there's the bench route, and Adams has it. I mean, that's just, you're going to have a hard time stopping that against Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. They're both 99s. They're going to run the routes properly. They're going to throw the ball where it needs to be. Curious to see if Titans can start maybe doing some like contain on his defensive line to stop some of that kind of like wandering, I would call it. See if that might be a useful tactic because then you get your defensive end coming more up the field and it might have Rodgers literally just kind of roll into a sack. So we got here. We got that. He loves this setup in the red zone here. We're going to do that kind of that scissors play again. It looks like, and Aaron Jones is going to be there, and Evans is going to pick it again. Same exact outcome. Same exact outcome. It like I don't know. Again, I would have to be on Titan stream to know if that's a match. Like if he's in cover 3 match, that's acceptable. If he's in C2, you don't get to see on the other stream. But it's hard to say because if you're going to run the same route over and over, like why can't he match it up? And he's got Boringer there over the middle. So Titans, will he call a timeout here? Or will he try to get to the line? All right. He's going to take his time. I like that. No panic. But you got 3 timeouts. Why not use them? Now you're going to put yourself up against the clock really big time on the other side of it. Yeah, you're going to be under 30 seconds after this play. I don't know why you didn't take a timeout there. There's that verts to Henry. We've only seen that once so far. Now you got to take a timeout. Okay, there you go. All right, so we got 27 seconds. Right at about midfield. You've got, if we're being conservative, you got 3 plays. I think you probably got 4. So you need, 25 yards in 4 plays? Let's see if he can do it. Little screen pass here to Henry. Did he get out? No, he did not. You're going to have to burn another timeout, and you only got about 6 yards on that. You really would have liked to get more. Obviously, the first down's great, but with the clock, the distance, the area on the field, you really needed more yardage out of that. So you got 1 timeout. You probably, if you spike it, you might have 2 plays, but if you get out of bounds, you got 3. Here goes Henry. Is he going to break the tackle? No, he's not. So we are, okay, 16 seconds. You're at the 45. You've got time to run a play and spike it maybe if it's not too deep. If you get more than 15 yards here, you're running out of time. You got to keep it 10 yards and less and try a long 50-something yard field goal. If he gets too far downfield, he's not going to have time, unless obviously he gets out of bounds. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw up a prayer. Is it going to be answered? It is not. Jair Alexander is going to take that, and will he go to the house? Now's the next question. Could this be catastrophic? It was not indeed. So we got 3 seconds left. Jair, that's just one of those things where the computer corners and shit are just so good. He comes from like across the left side of the field, and don't get me wrong, the ball was in the air for a long time. He comes all the way across, picks it off. It's when you got those X factor DBs, they make those plays even in zone. They'll come all the way across the field. All right, looks like we're going to go to half, 14-10. Packers, really good first half. Look, it's Madden. There's going to be grievances on both sides. We can do our Seinfeld airing of grievances later. But overall, it's hard to complain when you're sitting at halftime 14-10. I hope or wish the game would go faster because I've got to pop off of here at 8:15. And I'm going to end up missing the end of a great Super Bowl here and closing down my stream. And if you guys are watching here and not in the streams, just go to streams. OJ has his stream up. I don't know if Sam put his up or not, the old Savage Sam. Let's see how many streams we got going here. They both are streaming, so I could probably go over to the Titan stream for the second half and kind of see what he's doing on defense. I think I might do that actually. When next time Titans has the ball, we'll go over to Titans on defense and we'll see kind of what his setup is there on D. I'll wait for this drive to go. So, two quarters, 1-score game. We're going to learn a lot about both of these teams here in the next 18 game minutes. Stretch run to D. Henry. Jair with his X factor enabled, going to make that tackle. Henry's averaging 6 yards a carry, but he really hasn't been able to get going. It all came on that one giant touchdown run. Other than that, he's been bottled up. -1, 2, 3. But then that's what Derrick Henry does. He's got that. Obviously, he's not the scat back like Barry Sanders, but he's got that Barry Sanders-esque quality where it's 1, 2, -2, -2, -2, 60. Good night. And that's kind of how it wears you down. Robert Foster with the formerly of the Buffalo Bills, who was like a Madden god, by the way, like 3 Maddens ago. He's still pretty good in Madden, but man, he was a Madden god back in the day. Jair's going to press Julio. Let's see what we got going on over here to the left. Man, I hope this is a pass. He's going to win that battle. Wow, he crushed Julio. But Robert Foster won his against Adrian Amos and gets out of bounds. If he broke that tackle, he was gone because I don't think Devondre Campbell was catching him. Yeah, no, Campbell was not catching him at all. That was touchdown if he breaks that tackle. So really huge tackle there by Adrian Amos, keeping him. Oh man, it looked like it looked like he could have come back to the middle a little bit there. The animation took him that way, but yet again, another tough sledding for Derrick Henry. All right, here we go. Empty. Boringer. There it is. Jalen Smith pushes him out of bounds there. And that's a tough one, because you don't want that in route, that deep in to beat you. So you kind of push that drag, and then you got to come back to honor the deep in. And then if you don't get pressure, the drag's there. It's just one of those things where if you're not getting pressure, it's going to be there almost every time. That's not good. I don't know if he had to drop back further or what, but Derrick Henry just stood right next to Ryan Tannehill. I've noticed that OJ is not afraid to call engage 8, and he will audible one guy to man, and I kind of like it. It's a really high risk, high reward move, and so far these playoffs it has really paid off for him. I'm curious to see if it burns him in seasons going forward, but for right now it's been working. Wow, 2nd and 14. That's a pretty good call there. Get 9 yards, 3rd and 5, keep 3rd and manageable. You don't get it, you're still in field goal range. You can cut it to a 1-point game, and then Packers has a decision to make if he scores a touchdown. We're getting way ahead of ourselves because he might convert this 3rd and 5. But I like doing hypotheticals. If you haven't noticed throughout this stream, hypotheticals are fun. That was always my favorite. There's choose your own adventure books. Oh, that's 6. Trufant's not getting caught. That could be game changer. It looked like he had that tight end trail route coming open. Went to the out, and Trufant just went underneath of it. That was huge. So now the Packers have the full momentum bar. I can't really see what their momentum stuff is, but yeah, I think that tight end trail route was coming open. Just a little late on an out. And if you are late on an out this season, as you saw from the INT numbers, it's probably going to be picked. A.J. Brown, that's I think his first target, didn't go so well for the Titans there. So now they are up against it. You got to think this is a must-score drive for the Titans. So let's see how this goes. Let's do this. Mason Crosby in the 90-yard, his leg's just going to fall right the hell off one of these kicks. Dante Pettis. He's another Madden guy that stays in Madden for 8 seasons because he can run 94 speeds. So someone always has him as their 5th wide receiver. All right, let's see how this goes. This is a big drive here for the Titans. If they don't score here, maybe time for me to sign off and head on to the next meeting. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. That's not good. Desmond Trufant going to try to be the Super Bowl MVP. Remember back in the day, it used to be Super Bowl MVP would get you 20,000 XP or something crazy like that. It would give you a dev bump. Now it's just whatever. Good shit. Who cares? This could be killer here. You almost have to take. Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. I was going to say you almost have to get him to go 3 and out because if you don't hold him to 3 here, it's a 3-score game. You've probably only got 4 drives left, tops. But the way Aaron Jones is running the ball, you may not have even 4 drives left. And his X factor is now activated. All right. 2nd and 5. Like I said, this is must-do-it time here. The good news for the Titans is that they're going to get the ball back before the end of the 3rd quarter, just based on where they are on the field, the time left. You're going to get the ball back before the end of the 3rd quarter. So You're going to have at least that break in the time. You can kind of get some stoppages here and there with an injury here and there, but you're really starting to look at the clock too if they get in here. So this is a big stop for the Titans. Both of these teams actually coincidentally made it to the Super Bowl on a 2-point call and basically the last play of the game. Titans beat the Browns, I believe 45-44 or 46-45, something like that, with a last-second 2-point conversion. And the Packers beat the Bucs 14-13, I think it ended up being, with a 2-point conversion basically in the last minute of the game. So both of these teams made it here, coincidentally, on 2-point conversion. So 14-point lead might not mean overtime. It could mean one of these guys are going to go for it in overtime, or go for it for 2 and not let us get to overtime. But that's obviously crushing right there. You really wanted to hold them to a field goal, and now they're going to be able to chew at least 40 more seconds off the clock. If they don't get in the next couple of plays, they're going to chew close to 2 minutes off the clock. Yeah, we're making some noise. It's the Super Bowl. We get it, SoFi Stadium. All right, you got to think Aaron Rodgers probably isn't running anything out of the pistol here. Anytime you're in the pistol, you got to worry about those QB options. A.J. Dillon's going to be stuffed up there. So it looks like you can't, come at him for the 4-1 rule here. A.J. Dillon's already gotten 5 carries. I don't think Aaron Jones is at 20 carries yet. So a lot of the stuff people were kind of saying or talking about in the lead up to the game, for the most part, this has been a pretty clean game. Are there issues that you could have if you don't like the quote-unquote sim style? Certainly. You could find anything to nitpick. But overall, this has been a pretty clean game. It's Madden. Nice roll out there. He's got him. And is he in? Did he get 2 feet down? He did indeed. He did indeed get those 2 feet in. We're going to watch this next drive from the Titans. And then if he doesn't score, I'm going to sign off, call it a game, and move on to the next, as they say. 28-10, 18 points. You got touchdown, 2-point conversion, field goal. So it's doable. But again, you've only got 3 drives. You can't let him score more than a field goal at this point. Basically, if you're the Titans, you have to hold the Packers to a field goal the rest of the way. Let's see. If he scores a touchdown, I'll stay here. We'll see how it goes. If he does not, we will we'll sign off. And until I might be able to do something this weekend for draft. I don't know. I got Thanksgiving with the family Thursday. Friday, I got to do some Christmas Village shit or something. I don't know, whatever the wife has planned. But I think Saturday. I don't know. I'll try to figure something out for the draft. But I'm thinking I should be able to get a draft video in here in the next couple of days, even if I get divorced over it. All right, going to show the patience and go to Henry, but it's just not been there. Devondre Campbell and Kenny Clark. I mean, I know Desmond Trufant with the pick 6 and then the interception the very next play, back-to-back plays, is going to get the quote-unquote Super Bowl MVP. He's the guy who did it. But Devondre Campbell and Kenny Clark have really made life difficult for Derrick Henry. Oh, wow, what a tackle there. What a tackle by Darnell Savage. Can't emphasize that enough. It looked like he was going to hit that sideline and take it to the house. Darnell Savage just did get him by the shoestrings there. I really like that Titans is not panicking here, sticking to the game plan. I don't know if he's trying to wear down the momentum bar, but oh, buddy. Nicely done there by Jair. Takes him down. So Derrick Henry now over 100 yards. We have both backs over 100 yards, which we kind of expected going in. I don't think we expected Aaron Jones to quite be as explosive as he has been in this game, but man, has he been electric. Derrick Henry has now broken off 2 big runs, and he's starting to churn out those, 4, 5. I think they're a little too far behind to lean on him completely, but man, he's really starting to cook now. Oh, that's deep. He's got him. Oh, he had 6. OJ got caught up, got turned around there as the safety. Oh, man, he had that on that PA deep outs, that post route from the slot. He had 6 there, I do believe. I might have missed the safety or something behind him, but it looked like that was 6 if he hit that man behind him. Wow. Big missed opportunity there, but you'll take a 9-yard gain. right, here we go. Let's see. A.J. Brown in the slot here. Going to get the first down. Take it to the fourth quarter. Still a three-score game. You've got a shot, though. But this is when you start kind of doing that mental math. Should I kick a field goal now and just try to stop it? Like, do I waste the time? Yes, you waste the time because you're going to try to get to 31, 3 touchdowns, so that if you hold him to a field goal, now you're 31-31 overtime. But it's starting to look dire for the Titans here. They have to get 7. 3 keeps them in it, but 3 makes it really, really hard. You got to shut the Packers out the rest of the way. Oh, he's got him. He's got him. Oh, he came back on a comeback. Oh, out there on the right. I think it was A.J. Brown on the right. I think he wanted the angle route, and if that wasn't a comeback route, that was 6. O.J., just from watching this game, I've noticed he will. You could beat him deep with the safety, but you got to do it. His defense is really, really good, but sometimes he'll creep down a little bit with that safety, and it can definitely be beat. But, man, his defense is playing one hell of a game. There's nothing you can pick apart on this defense. They are playing lights out right now. I would try to go after Desmond Trufant with A.J. Brown, but he's just not been able to get open. He got open that time, though. Wow, what separation. Is Tannehill going to get outside of Campbell? He is not. So we have 4th down. I think – I didn't mean to breathe super hard into the microphone there. I was exhaling to show I was deep in thought and being very introspective. I think I'm going for it here, even though I know the field goal makes it a 2-score game, because I don't think I'm going to be able to shut him out the rest of the game. And Titans agree, so he's going to go for it too. Tannehill back to pass. He's got him, and he caught it. Frisker or Fisker? I don't know what it is, but we'll just call him Fister. I fisted or Firsker. Nope, like Fister better. Make it real rated R, 7 minutes. Yeah, he's got a score here. Probably before it gets under 5 minutes. We got a screenplay here to Henry. He's just going to fucking run over everybody. Jesus Christ. And I'll tell you what Titans needs to do with a couple of his staff points is activate his X factors. Like, I know I've talked to him on the side about it. He's not big on traits. He doesn't really care about the traits. He thinks it makes the game a little too arcadey. But just spend the 9 points and activate your X factors on offense. You've got Derrick Henry. You've got Julio Jones. He seems to not care, so whatever. And I know there are some leagues that play without the abilities off or whatever. They play abilities off. We are not one of those leagues. Derrick Henry going to get up the middle here. Preston Smith going to crash down really nicely there. Yeah, we're getting to the point now where you got to try to minimize those plays where you're only getting 1-2 yards and wasting 30-40 seconds every play. He's calling plays pretty quickly here, though, but we do have the accelerated clock down to 20, so no matter how quickly you call him, it's going down to 20 every time. Oh, he just got caught up there. Nicely done by Jalen Smith. Just got caught up on Saffold. He got caught up, and that's, again, that engage 8 that I was talking about, that he's been able to run, and he's done it really well. You got to give OJ credit that he always has seemed to have the right time to pick that play. Nothing there. Everything was just nothing there in the middle. Fourth and goal from the 17. I think you got to kick the field goal here, make it a 2-score game. But I understand if you don't. Yep, and he's not. He's going to go for it. Makes sense. But this is pretty much it here, folks. If he does not get this, I will bid everyone adieu. Let's see if he can pull a rabbit out of a hat. It's not going to work. Did not indeed. So that's going to be pretty much the ball game, unless Green Bay does something just out of the ordinary. But with the way Aaron Jones has been running the ball, you got to think that is the ball game. I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching my stream. You want to finish the game? Go ahead over to streams. I believe both men are actually streaming. Congratulations. It looks like I shouldn't do it too prematurely, but congratulations to you, OJ, and Savage Sam. What a hell of a rookie season. Hope to see you back next season, and hopefully I can take that crown from you in the AFC. But both of you guys, hats off. What a season. Very well done. A.J. Dillon going to finish off the game in style.